Good evening and welcome to the Matthews broadcast. You are now in the Whole Person Prosperity broadcast with myself and Samut Scott, also known as Mama Yoga. We are here this evening to share with you the expertise and also the passion and the ministry of several professionals and entrepreneurs that we have with us, and we look forward to doing that. We begin every broadcast with gratitude for all of those who support us, all of those who, with their emails, their texts, their phone calls, give us the impetus to do what we do, give us the energy to do what we do, and we often are in need of energy. For sure. So we are just so happy to be here on this Monday, the 12th of February, 2018. And we want to begin by sharing with our audience that you are the greatest audience in the world. Particular thanks of becoming friends of the Matthews broadcast to Mr. Andrew Frazier of AJ Management. Thank you so much, Andrew. And also to Miss Tiffany Moultrie. Tiffany is with Princess U. And Tiffany is one of those unique persons who can just take her voice. She is a songstress and also a life experience teacher, not a motivational coach. And she can be found on Princess pages and also on Dream Trackers, where they don't just speak motivation, but they speak life into your dream. Know you are, and trust that no dream, no vision, no goal, no aspiration will be left behind. Find them on Facebook at the Princess Affair and Facebook.com Dream Trackers. That's Miss Tiffany Moultrie. We want to say thank you to Tiffany for also being a friend of the Matthews broadcast, and the one and only Laura Morrison. Thank you so much, Laura, for all of your support, always being there at a time of need, and always being the wind beneath our wings. I could go on with our friends, but these three individuals are of particular generosity and friendship, and we thank you so much. There are 4 principles of the Matthews broadcast on which we stand, and those principles were the foundation of the broadcast when we began, continue to be the broadcast foundation, will always be. First principle is the principle of alignment, and here we go right to the holy book, the Bible, and Genesis chapter 1 verses 26 to 28. It says, and God made man and woman in his likeness and his image. And so we say, if you live in alignment with the fact that you have a divine identity and a divine personality, we can get everything else right once we got your identity right in him. The second principle that this broadcast is based upon is the principle of empowerment. Here we go to the book of Timothy, in which we hear the book saying, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a strong mind. And so we are very powerful in everything, in our thought, our word, and our deeds. We are a source of great power. Third principle is principle of upliftment. So when you get the power, you can then lift people up. And here we hear the voice of the one and only Maya Angelou saying to us that in one of my favorite pieces, that people will forget what you said. They may even forget what you did, but they will never ever forget how you made them feel. So make someone else feel like the king or the queen that they are. Your candle loses nothing when it lights another. And the final principle is the principle of enrichment. Often in the Holy Book we hear the word prosperity. We hear the word abundance. We hear the word harvest. And so we hear that often because, a proverb is there that says God desires that his people prosper, that his people prosper, that I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly, right? So not that you came on this earth to be bent, broken, and begging, right? Or that you have to wait until the afterlife to enjoy, peace and prosperity, that you can enjoy it here. So as Yahshua, or Jesus as he's known, taught his disciples to pray, thy kingdom come, right? Thy will be done. Where? On this earth as it is in heaven. So we can make heaven manifest on this earth. Just a matter of us making a commitment to what we perceive as that concept of heaven here on this earth. Those are the 4 principles of the Matthews broadcast. And I am happy to bring in my co-host and partner, Ms. Samut Scott, to give you more clarity about whole person prosperity and those 4 pillars of personal whole person prosperity. That is increased mind, increased body, increased relationship, and increased financial prosperity. So, Samut, welcome this evening. Glad to be with you again on another week here in the Matthews broadcast.
Yes, thank you so much. Always happy to be talking about whole person prosperity. Hello, our viewing audience. Somebody said I keep saying listening audience, but I'm so used to the podcast world. Hello, viewing audience. Good to see you. And I want to talk to you about whole person prosperity. You know, as we move through our businesses, as we move through the things that we do in our life, we want to increase our mind, as Mr. Matthews said. We want to increase the positive mind, positive, strong, structural body energy, as well as divine energy that we use to attract the prosperity to us. Whole person prosperity. And within whole person prosperity, we teach you how to raise and how to attract the quantity and quality of relationships, balanced mind, body energy that you desire. So if you want more information, you can reach out. You can call me at 609-516-9805, or you can shoot me an email at mamayogawellness.com. mamayogawellness@gmail. MAMAYOGA wellness@gmail.com. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we're going to get right into it. You are the stars of the show this evening. We're glad to have Titus and Rakisha, or Keisha McMillan, with us. And I'm going to turn it back over to Sister Samut to ask them a few questions so our audience can get more familiarized with your business and so support you in the way that you should be supported.
Welcome, Team McMillan. Thank you so much for coming. And I have some questions I'd like to share with you, or ask you to share with our audience. What is the name of your business or organization?
Well, it's a twofold business. The first beginning is Healing Inside of Me, clinical therapy, and then we have
Rock Your World Naturally, integrative health coaching services.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what's the unique value of your business or organization?
Well, the unique value of our business and our organization as a platform of dual personalities, we call it, we have the ability to service the whole person, the total man. We deal with the spirit, we deal with the body, we deal with the mind, we deal with the soul, and we deal with the financial structure as well. And with that as along, that's where I deal with marriage, relationships. I'm a Gottman certified therapist, PhD in clinical therapy, and an alternative psychologist practitioner, as well as an alternative medicine medical practitioner.
Wow, okay. Yes, and Miss Keisha?
Yes, and I come right alongside of my husband and compliment him with the holistic health portion of it. We truly believe that we wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. So it is a whole person concept to where we are helping you to reach your optimum levels of health through nutrition, through mind-body modalities to help you to relieve stress, depression, anxiety, whatever those ailments that you are facing physically, we help you to do that through nutritional methods, as well as through therapeutic, holistic-based therapies.
Wonderful. So what type of company or business would be a great referral for you, or even individual? What's a great referral for you?
Any type of individual that's doing wellness, whether it's chiropractors, doctors, schools. We do lunch and learns
Lunch and learn.
Yeah, so my husband, he actually just did one in Atlantic City not too long ago, but we bring the health and wellness to the community as well. So if there's something that you need for your business to educate your workers that are there as well as your community, we do that as well.
Yeah, and one of the things that we talked about prosperity, there's 7 levels of prosperity. Prosperity is not just finances. Prosperity, the financial part is just the byproduct of having all the other 6 elements into play. So for us, when we talk about prosperity, we're not talking about your finances. That will come based upon the synergetic energies that are placed upon the 6 layers that develop the total prosperity.
So what are the other six?
Now, if I had my paper with me here with you, I can tell you what they are. Because again, but the first one is health. Health is the most important level of prosperity you will ever achieve, because you cannot take $75 billion into the grave with you and it's going to prosper you. It'll be of no effect.
Right.
But if you can live this life of longevity to the fullest extent, what I would tell you is, if I can help your heart, that someone told you, the cardiologist told you that your heart was only working at 15%, and I can change that 15% to get it to run at 60%, which is far greater than you had before based upon plant-based medicine, plant-based diet, then you would say to me, I've recovered prosperity.
All right. Thank you for that. And so what is your offering in return for our audience's support? Do you have an offering you'd like to make to our audience?
Typically, our guests would do an assessment or some kind of discount. Certainly, we've heard gift cards. How we incentivize the audience to pick up that phone and call you.
Sure, we can do a free 15-minute consultation with you to help meet the needs of your organization. Also, if you're up for a challenge, we do have a free 5-day food challenge.
Yeah.
That
Oh, wow.
Go straight to the website, rockyourworldnaturally.com, and just kind of start getting your feet wet to kind of get an idea of what it is that we can help and offer you. So definitely the consultations for my husband and myself, we can certainly offer those to our guests today.
Wonderful.
That would never be a problem.
I'm sorry. Okay, and that brings us to your contact information. Tell our audience how to get in touch with you.
Well, you can reach me at 732-670-7406. And yes, I give my direct number because it's got to be by association. But you can also visit my website, healinginsideofme.com. healinginsideofme.com.
And you can find me on the web at rockyourworldnaturally.com. You can also reach me by phone, 732-966-5809. Also on Facebook, Rock Your World Naturally.
That is awesome. Now, the two of you have individual branding names on the web, obviously.
Right.
When you work collectively, is there one name that you use, or again, both companies?
It's Rock Your World it's Healing Inside of Me meets Rock Your World Naturally.
All right. So you just merge it.
Yes.
Get that synergy going.
Yeah, it's a powerful structure, because if you can get the healing inside of me, and then your safety zones are free to meet Rock Your World Naturally, because that's the second phase of man becoming his total person. Yeah.
I'm loving it. Well, thank you so much for being with us. I'm going to ask Sister Samut to show you guys out while we bring in Miss Wendy Woolfolk and Mr. Lindsay Tynes.
Right. Can we just introduce our books before we?
You absolutely can.
Because my wife, she wrote her book, Rock Your World Naturally: 7 Divine Principles of Health and Wellness, and she has a journal to go with that, and that's the book right there. And my book I didn't bring with me because mine come and they go. They just come and they go. But
That's
my book is Healing Inside of Me, The Courage to Win Again, and they're also on our websites.
Yes.
Any final thoughts, Rakisha, around the book, around any events or any special engagements you guys have coming up?
Well, again, if anyone is looking to take their health to another level, I highly encourage you to get the book. You will be inspired. You will be transformed. It is based on a biblical combination and science. So it brings it to a whole nother level.
Absolutely.
To show you how to integrate health in your everyday life. So again, I encourage you to get the book, be a blessing to someone else, get the book for them. You will be tremendously blessed by it.
Candle loses nothing when it lights another.
That's right.
That's
All right. Thank you so much for being with us.
Quite welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you too.
Thank you.
I
for
want you
having
guys to
us.
hold on. We're going to have our post-broadcast reception, and we're going to be finishing our next interview very shortly, and then we can continue our conversation downstairs.
Okay.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Keisha.
Have a wonderful time.
Appreciate it. While we're getting ready for the second segment, I want to ask you, our audience, to support the companies who make the Matthews broadcast possible. First and foremost, Paychex, the people pros that everybody knows. Call Paychex and ask for our friend Sonati Laurent at 732-682-2003. When you're ready to move from good to great, call Paychex and celebrate. Second, join the campaign to take your hair and skin back by calling Paris Hair and Beauty Supplies at 609-218-5883. Ask for Donna or Drew Paris. And again, that's join the campaign to take our hair and our skin back by calling Paris Beauty Supplies at 609-218-5883. The market may be down and acting kind of funny, but it's not the only game in town. Call our precious metals expert, Sam Collins, at 215-630-0570. 215-630-0570. Sam will show you how saving gold can build your wealth and how teaching your loved ones how to do the same thing can build your fortune. Don't settle for less. Demand the best. And just call upon Les. Les Daily, that is. Les Daily CPA provides the best financial advice and financial services, especially now at tax time. Visit Les at 1923 Springfield Avenue, Maplewood, New Jersey, or call him at 973-327-2085. Mr. Tyrone Ash, this is a brand new book that celebrates our history from our perspective, shared by Mr. Tyrone Ash. It is the story that Grandpa told. You can find this book in the spotlight at the Matthews Broadcast website at thematthewsbroadcast.com. THEMATTHEWS broadcast at .com. thematthewsbroadcast.com. So go out, take a look. Tyrone's book is there for you. That is Tyrone Ash and the story that Grandpa told. The story that Grandpa told. Finally, we want to ask you to get yourself a copy of the Fourth Estate News, published by the one and only Miss Leslie Carter. Fourth Estate can be reached at 609-647-4064, 609-647-4064, for the positive news, views, and information by us, from us. Get your subscription of Fourth Estate News today. Get your subscription of Fourth Estate News today. And remember that the Matthews broadcast is providing urban businesses, the clients, and the community support they need to succeed. You can reach us for a difference maker interview or to become an advertiser with the Matthews broadcast, hosted here by GEMS Radio and Television Network at 732-357-5701. 732-357-5701. We are joined in studio on the second segment of the Matthews broadcast by Miss Wendy Woolfork. She is the CEO of thepurposewalk.com and the Purpose Walk Corporation, a executive coach without peer. Wendy is the founder and chief executive of the Purpose Walk LLC, a leadership coaching and management consultancy. A former human resource executive who spent more than a decade in the trenches. That's a Guyanese word, trenches. Focused on making organizations healthy, she has deep expertise fostering environments where people thrive, creating and sustaining economic value. She partners with her clients to enhance their leadership posture, impact on people, and business outcomes. And Wendy has experience and expertise across diverse businesses in the nonprofit and for-profit sectors with domestic and international enterprises. Wendy earned a master's in business administration from Rochester Institute of Technology and is based in Princeton, New Jersey. And we welcome her into the second segment here on the Matthews broadcast to share how she is making a contribution in increasing the business IQ and also enhancing people's human capital, because human capital is the only capital we all really have, especially in the competitive world that we all live in today, where everyone has a laptop, where everyone has a great education. So there's got to be some differentiators that you have, and we'd like to think that Wendy is such a differentiator for her clients. We're also joined in studio by Mr. Lindsay Tynes, Lindsay the Voice Tynes, who is a trained music collegist, our music minister here on the broadcast. You've heard from him before. He has his own CD out that we'd like to ask him a little bit about. And so without any further delay, I'm going to ask Ms. Samud Scott to ask both of you a few questions so that she may further enlighten our audience with who you are and what you do and what is so special about what you have to offer to our community and supporting them with your talents.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yes. Good afternoon. So, Miss Wendy, we will start with you, ma'am. What's the name of your business?
It's The Purpose Walk.
The Purpose Walk. And what's the unique value of your business or organization?
I focus on organizational health and leadership effectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing business in pretty complex times where you don't have a whole lot to leverage. Used to be that a big title said you got people's attention and got their input, and now you're going after people's ability and their availability, and it's a very different thing. Availability now means, with all of the cognitive overload and so much coming at people, always on environment, are you intellectually available and ready to innovate? And how do I, given the forces that I'm fighting against, your shrinking attention span, some anxiety about all this scuttlebutt about the future of work and how it's changing and all of that, I really am after your ability to focus. And oh, by the way, you now have a thriving gig economy that offers you the chance to monetize your expertise.
That's right.
So I'm fighting really, really hard to get your focused attention. And it means that as a leader, I've got very little leverage. My biggest leverage as a leader is interpersonal effectiveness, influence. And I make sure that leaders turbocharge their interpersonal effectiveness.
That's lovely. And so is your voice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what is the unique value? Did I just ask that question? I'm kind of digressing here a little bit. Y'all hang in with me. This is reality television, reality streaming. Okay, so who's a great referral for your business?
Anyone serious about driving outcomes, whether you are a corporate executive
Okay.
with a big mandate. You've got to make those margins. You've got to preserve and grow market share. You have to make sure your company is a talent magnet. You're driving pretty critical outcomes. I want to work with you and make sure that, because, oh, by the way, when you're effective, you take a happy, well-evolved self home. I have a client right now who is so majorly stressed, and I'm working with her organization on a culture turnaround. They have some issues getting in the way of need to strengthen framework, upskill leaders, take a look at how people are placed. Just really, and I talk about best in class operating model. Best in class operating model.
Okay.
That's what we need to focus on. And so I help to make sure that we bring that about.
So the referral would be then a corporate executive who...
It's a corporate executive. It is a new manager managing people for the first time. It is a transitioning student
Oh, I see.
leaving college.
Yes.
Hello world, here I come. I'm ready to showcase my skills, convince an employer to invest in me. It's not just about 40 hours for a paycheck anymore.
Yes.
So take a chance on me. I'm going to come be an enhancement to what you're doing. And how do you message that well and sell an entity on partnering with you?
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So generally, we like take the time at this particular juncture to ask our guests if they have a special discount or some offering they'd like to share with our viewing audience.
I have in the next 60 days. I am doing a masterclass for new business owners. So I invite people to go to thepurposewalk.com and get on my calendar so that we can finalize. They'll find that it's a really great offering, good value in terms of how do you build efficiencies if you're new in this kind of moving target business landscape. What are key things to look for? Perhaps you're trying to launch a non-profit. Hello, funders now are really, really savvy and above and beyond, heart in the game and looking about this mission-driven work. They want organizations, non-profit organizations that have a great operating model. I just spoke recently at the 8th Annual New Jersey Nonprofit Conference. I was a member of a 4-person panel giving advice to about 300 nonprofit executives and board members about how do you run your organization at a critical time. Funding is shrinking in some ways.
Sure.
And you've got to make the case for sustainability, for impact, and you've got to bring it.
So that master class really would be a great offering for our viewers who are at the are trying to grow their business.
That's
and all
for
of
those
that.
Who are just getting out of the gate and need to put some structure and framework in place.
Sure. So give us your contact information. How can our viewers reach you?
Sure. So I am online, my website, thepurposewalk.com. You have a chance to get access to my calendar there, see my availability, book a discovery session with me.
Yes.
So we talk about what are your big goals and priorities and how I might partner to help you hit it out the park. I'm on Twitter at AskWendyW, on Facebook, The Purpose Walk, and on LinkedIn as Wendy Wolfwork. Those who want to reach me by email, connect with Wendy at thepurposewalk.com.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Wendy. All the best to you in your business endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Sure.
Yes, now we'll turn to Mr. Lindsay Tynes. Hello, Lindsay.
Hello.
So tell us the name and fabulous.
Fabulous.
Tell us the name of your business, sir.
Lindsay Tynes is music.
Lindsay Tynes is music?
Yes.
Yes, all right. And what's the unique value of your business?
Well, I enjoy it, so I hope you would enjoy it too.
So tell us a little bit about what your business is, Lindsay Tynes.
Well, I'm a freelance musician, and I also recorded a CD. I play wherever people invite me to come out and play. I also write music, and I pretty much that's it. I write, I play, I teach.
You teach music as well?
Yeah, I could if I needed to.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful, excellent. So who's a great referral for you? You mentioned that you play wherever people come. What types of referrals would you like to receive?
I'm pretty busy right now.
Okay.
But, I guess for them to come out and hear me, maybe they want to hear my CD and they'll purchase it for $20. I'll give them a free CD.
So the types of gatherings that you play, what are some types of gatherings that you might play?
Weddings,
Weddings, okay.
church services, funerals. What's the word I'm looking for?
Birthday parties?
I never played a birthday party before.
Bar and bar mitzvahs?
Yeah, I would if I needed to. I've been to one.
Okay.
One.
Wonderful, wonderful. And is there a special offering or discount that you'd like to share with our viewing audience?
They said they heard me. If they heard me on the Sam Matthews broadcast, I'll give them a CD for $15.
Okay, I just wanted to reiterate that, make sure that came across clearly.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And now, what's your contact information? How will people get in touch with
They
you?
can get in touch with me by Yahoo account, by my email, which is lindsaytynes@yahoo.com.
Spell Times for us.
Tynes. It'll come up.
In fact, your whole spell Lindsay. Lindsay spelled several ways.
Linzie.
Right.
And Tynes.
Linzy.
Zie.
Zie.
And
Tynes.
Tynes.
Yeah, see, I had it all every which kind of way. I would have been putting letters everywhere. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you.
your businesses with us. All the best to you. I hope all your CDs sell out and you'll have to press hundreds and hundreds more.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
That's right. So
Yes.
So in the time that we have left, I just wanted to come back to both of you for a moment. Wendy, we are now in the 1099 economy. The reality is that millions of Americans who used to be considered as an employee are now considered as a consultant. Whether they want to accept it or not, they're an entrepreneur.
Well,
so you used to
the
work
Department
for AT&T,
of Labor is watching that closely.
but here's the thing. You used to work at AT&T, you were outsourced, now they hired you back as a consultant. So you now are in business for yourself. How often do you encounter people in this 1099 economy or these forced entrepreneurs had no idea what happened? They were with a company for 25 years. The company downsized, hired them back. Now they have to run a business. Are those some of the people that you come across in your clientele?
I have not come across those individuals as clients. No, that would be an interesting demographic to work with.
Well, and it is a growing number of people who, for whatever reasons, their companies have disengaged from an employee-employer relationship and have now engaged them as a consultant. Second question I wanted to ask you, if you were to be speaking to a graduating class tonight, are those people here I come world, this is what I'm going to do, to make themselves attractive to the employers that they want to be with, what should young people be thinking about right now in terms of skill sets that they should be sharpening?
That's a fantastic question. I think with the push for data-driven business decisions, some facility with data analytics is really quite critical. But just backing up from that for a second, I think overall, we've had some very big issues in the news recently in the workplace. And predominantly we've had an issue with sexual harassment claims.
Right.
And I think it's really important that people are showing up into corporate environments ready to be professional, team players, clear about how they're going to add value, and fairly principled and able to, easy to be managed, so that you're not a potential legal liability for an employer. That's really, really important, that people are savvy about how to conduct themselves.
Wonderful, Wonderful. Thank you, Wendy. Lindsay, just want to ask you a couple of things. You know, we recently had the Super Bowl, as you know, and there was some murmuring around Justin Timberlake's usage of a hologram with Prince in it. And so, you know, since music is your specialty, who are some of the artists that you look to that shaped your career? Who are some of your favorites and the reasons why?
Grew up listening to Michael Jackson's Thriller, Prince, Revolution, Vanity 6. A lot of great musicians coming up. Chicago, Whitney Houston, a lot of great musicians were coming up when I was coming up.
Now
so they influenced my music a lot.
Now your music is highly spiritual and inspirational. Who are some of the spiritual and inspirational influences on your music?
Those same people, because the people I just quoted to you are a lot of love. They sing a lot of love songs. I'm one that believes that there's love in the church also. That there's all three loves. There's the romantic, the eros love, and then there's the agape love, but not then. The first love is the agape love, the unconditional love that God has for us. And then the eros love, which a man has for a woman, or for a woman has for the man, or, well, I can't be too politically correct, but anyway, I'm sorry, but
no worries.
Yeah,
Keep it rolling.
Yeah. And I believe that there's all types of love, and that we should let that influence our music, because you can come up with new songs by listening to these various artists, and you'll hear different flavors, different timbres, and different things happening in the music. So they can influence your music in many ways.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But get back at with Justin Timberlake and Prince. I think he was a musician who puts out an album. Is no longer, their music no longer belongs to them. It belongs to the public. Prince, he engraved on his face and his beard, slave. And what he was saying was that people are, they'll use you and they'll do whatever they want to do with you because you have this talent. But when you put your talent out there, people say, well, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. And you have to do that because you are a part of their world now. And there's so many different people pulling at you. That's why I think Prince was taking psychotropic drugs, and also Michael Jackson. That's what put them in their grave, because the audience didn't know enough to pray for them while they're taking parts of their body and parts of their minds and parts of their spirit. They're drawing on them. They're pulling things out of them that they never replaced. So Prince had engraved on his face, in one of his pictures, he had slave, and he's part of the world now. The world is going to take you for everything you've got. Once you have something that they want, they'll take you for whatever you got. So.
All right. Well, thank you for that insight, and thank you so much for sharing who some of the influences. And so we're going to go out here. Wendy, I thank you so much for coming at the Guarantee Their Greatness Investment Conference later on this month. We are expecting to have you to address those persons who are coming with some of your unique views on how to increase the value of their human capital. Want you all to know that we truly appreciate everyone that tunes into the Matthews broadcast. Without you, we could not have a Matthews broadcast. And so as we remind you each week, there are two types of people in the world. There are dreamers like you and all those outside, and certainly the two of you, and that there are dream killers. Our recommendation is that you embrace the first and you run like heck from the second. So, Ms. Samut, do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share as we close this segment of the broadcast?
Well, to our viewing and listening audience, I'd like to invite you to come to and support the Guarantee Their Greatness event that's coming up next week or in the next couple of weeks. Even if the venue can't hold everybody who's listening, but everybody can really go to the MatthewsBroadcast.com and look at the companies that are asking to be supported. Every company needs capital, whether it's for marketing, whether it's for expansion. And so we have 4 dynamic companies that will be presenting themselves and their wares, if so to speak, at Guarantee Their Greatness. And so we're reaching out to the community. You know, the Susu is the original crowdfunding, right? The Partner Hand is the original crowdfunding, and Guarantee Their Greatness is along those lines, where we all chip in a little bit to help these businesses, all worthy, all vetted, all secure, all legally viable businesses, to attain the success, acquire the success that they desire.
Absolutely. And those companies are Fourth Estate News, Miss Leslie Carter. The other companies are the Paris Hair and Beauty Supply, Donna and Drew Paris. The other company is a risk management company, Anthony Brooks of Anthony Brooks Risk Management. And the final company is Whole Person Prosperity, which is a company, Lindsay, that is owned by someone you and I know who's simply fabulous.
And lovely.
And
Fierce.
who provides coaching in the area of increasing mind-body energy so that you can acquire the mental, physical, relationship, and financial prosperity you desire. So I highly recommend that you come to Guarantee Their Greatness. We have limited capacity, but you certainly can have a front row seat at home. The last Guarantee Their Greatness, I think we had 2,000 or 3,000 people online watching.
Yep.
We look to experience the same kind of outpouring this time. And so for Stan Matthews and Miss Samud Scott, we say good night and God.